Where you live might just tell how long you will live. Can you believe this? Some states in the US have much higher life expectancies than others. And the state with the highest life expectancy in the US is not what you think. Not California, not New York, but actually Hawaii. With a life expectancy of 81.5 years, Hawaii surpasses the national average by almost 3 years. But can you guess why? Well, you'll have to watch this video to find out, and trust me, it will surprise you. Life expectancy. Before we get into the rankings, let's first understand how life expectancy is measured. Life expectancy is the average number of years that a person can expect to live, based on their birth year, gender, and location. It is calculated using statistical methods that take into account various factors such as mortality rates, disease prevalence, healthcare access, environmental quality, lifestyle habits, and genetics. Life expectancy can vary significantly depending on where you live. For example, according to a report by USA Facts, the average life expectancy in the US was 78.7 years in 2018. However, this number ranged from 74.4 years in West Virginia to 81.5 years in Hawaii. That's a difference of more than 7 years. Before we continue, don't forget to like and subscribe. Sun, mango, and long-lives. Which state has the highest life expectancy in the US? This is a question that many people may wonder, especially when considering where to live, work, or retire. According to the report by USA Facts, based on the data from 2018, the state with the highest life expectancy in the US is Hawaii, with 81.5 years. Hawaii is known for its beautiful natural scenery, warm climate, diverse population, and rich history. These factors may contribute to its high life expectancy, along with other factors that we'll explore in this video. However, it is important to note that life expectancy is not the same as quality of life. There may be other aspects of living in Hawaii that are not captured by this statistic. For example, Hawaii has a high cost of living, a low median household income, and a high rate of homelessness. These factors may affect one's satisfaction and well-being in different ways. How does it work? So, how does Hawaii achieve this remarkable feat? There are several factors that may explain why Hawaii has the longest lifespan in the US, such as low obesity rate. One reason why Hawaii has the highest life expectancy in the US is that it has a lower obesity rate than most states in the US. Obesity is one of the major risk factors for many chronic diseases, such as diabetes, heart disease, stroke, and cancer. According to a report by CNBC, Hawaii had an obesity rate of 23.8% in 2019, which was the lowest among all states. High physical activity level. Another reason why Hawaii has the highest life expectancy in the US is that it has a higher physical activity level than most states in the US. Physical activity is one of the key factors for maintaining good health and preventing disease. According to the same report by CNBC, Hawaii had a physical activity level of 58% in 2019, which was the highest among all states. Unique culture and lifestyle. A third reason why Hawaii has the highest life expectancy in the US is that it has a unique culture and lifestyle that may contribute to better mental and emotional health. Hawaii is known for its spirit of aloha, which means love, compassion, kindness, and respect. It also means living in harmony with nature and others. These factors may create a sense of happiness, harmony, and gratitude among its residents. Low infectious disease rate. Another possible reason why Hawaii has the highest life expectancy in the US is that it has a lower rate of infectious diseases than most states in the US. Infectious diseases can cause serious complications and death, especially among older adults and people with weakened immune systems. According to a report by the CDC, Hawaii had the lowest rate of infectious disease deaths in 2019, with 28.3 deaths per 100,000 population. This is much lower than the national average of 59.4 deaths per 100,000 population. Of course, these are not the only factors that influence life expectancy. There are many other variables that can affect how long a person lives, such as genetics, diet, exercise, education, income, stress, etc. However, these are some of the possible explanations for why Hawaii has the highest life expectancy in the US. Other long-lived nations. Hawaii is not the only place in the world where people live long and healthy lives. There are many other countries that have higher life expectancies than Hawaii. For example, Japan had a life expectancy of 84.6 years, which was the highest among all countries, according to a report by Medline Plus. Japan is famous for its longevity culture, which includes a balanced diet, regular exercise, social support, and respect for elders. Other countries that have high life expectancies include Switzerland, Singapore, Spain, and Italy. These countries have some common characteristics that may explain their high life expectancies, such as universal healthcare systems, low levels of inequality and poverty, high standards of education and sanitation, and cultural values that promote social cohesion and respect for elders. The U.S. life expectancy gap. While Hawaii has impressive life expectancies, the U.S. as a whole still lags behind many other countries in terms of longevity. In 2018, the U.S. ranked 35th among 195 countries in life expectancy, with only 78.7 years. Some of the reasons for this gap include: the U.S. is the only high-income country that does not have some form of universal health insurance. Nearly 30 million Americans are uninsured, and about 40 million are not fully covered by their health plans, leaving them at risk of prohibitive costs. The U.S. population is also sicker on average. Americans have higher rates of obesity, diabetes, heart disease, cancer, and other chronic conditions than people in other high-income countries. The U.S. has experienced more deaths from COVID-19 than any other country in the world. COVID-19 has contributed to nearly 3/4 or 74% of the decline in life expectancy from 2019 to 2020, and 50% of the decline from 2020 to 2021 in the U.S. The U.S. has higher levels of social and economic inequality, discrimination, and injustice than many other high-income countries. These factors can affect people's access to healthcare, education, income, and opportunities, as well as their exposure to violence, pollution, and stress. The U.S. life expectancy gap is partly due to its high gun violence rate. The American Journal of Medicine reported that the U.S. had 10.6 firearm deaths per 100,000 people in 2016, much more than other rich countries like Canada 2.1, Australia 1.0, and Japan 0.2. Gun violence kills people by homicide, suicide, or accident, and harms the mental health and well-being of others. Reducing gun violence could help improve the life expectancy and quality of life of Americans. While it might be the time to pack it up and take the first flight to Hawaii, remember that life expectancy is not everything. Sometimes how you live is way more important than how long you live. Life is not just about fun and length. It's about your legacy and what you leave behind. How will people remember you, and whether they will at all? One of the most contributing factors in life expectancy is healthcare. But why don't we have universal healthcare in the U.S.? Click here to find out.